Hi chaps, in this video I'm going to be showing you how to make this peanut butter cookie square. It's a very versatile project. You could make a blanket with lots of squares sewn together, or one big square, just keep going, or a washcloth, all sorts of things. I've added an edge to this one, but you could do all sorts of different edgings. You don't have to put an edge on at all, whatever. So I've got all sorts of different experiments going on here with different colours and different edgings and what have you, but I'll show you how to do the square first, and I'm going to talk at the end about deciding when to stop, because each round, the corners of each round are not the same, so your corner might look slightly different depending on what round number you finish on. Anyway, let's get going with the pattern, and I'll talk more about the corners at the end of the video. You will need yarn, hook appropriate for the yarn, scissors and a yarn needle for weaving in your ends. So the pattern says chain 4 and slip stitch into the first chain to make a circle. So I'll start with a slip knot, chain 4, slip stitch, and round 1 chain 2. Half double crochet twice into the ring, so right into the middle of the ring. And you've now got your first group of 3. The chain 2 represents the first half double crochet. Chain 1, I'm weaving in this loose end in the stitches around the circle as I go. Each corner on each round will have just one chain stitch. So I'm now doing the next set of stitches, which is 3 half double crochets. This yarn is slightly splitty, it's not too bad, but does split sometimes. Chain 1, 3 more half double crochets, right, done 3 sides, 1 more side, so chain 1 in the corner, 3 more half double crochets, right, last corner, chain 1, and I need to slip stitch into the top of the chain 2 here. And I have quite tight tension, so I'll find doing a slip stitch quite often is a bit tricky. So, and there we go. So I'm going to tighten that ring with the loose end there. You can do that afterwards. So we have a slip stitch here right in the corner, the left edge of the corner there. Round 2, chain 2 and half double crochet into the corner gap. So the half double crochet stitch will end up to the left of that, but it needs to go into the bottom of the half double crochet. It needs to go into that gap there. So yarn over, The hook goes into the corner, grab the yarn, back up here, yarn over, pull through 3 loops. That's your half double crochet. We now have the chain 2 there, and then the half double crochet next to it. Then we have a front post double crochet stitch around the chain 2 stitch of round 1. Back post double crochet in the middle stitch of those 3. Oops. And then a front post double crochet on the 3rd stitch of round 1. That's what it looks like so far. 2 half double crochet stitches in the corner. Chain 1, 2 half double crochet stitches. Front post double crochet, back post double crochet. These stitches are going to be a little awkward because you're working into all half double crochet stitches, but round 3 onwards should be easier because most of them you're going to be doing post stitches into post stitches. You will still be working some of them into half double crochets, but it will certainly be a lot easier once you start round 3. Right, I'm in the corner now, so 2 half double crochets, chain 1 and 2 half double crochets. I'll show you this better when I've finished. It's always difficult to get this in shot properly when I've got my arms around the tripod in front of the camera. So front post double crochet, back post double crochet, front post double crochet. So I'm assuming you can do post stitches already. This is not really a beginner project, but with a bit of practice it's not too difficult. So I've just done 2 half double crochet in the corner, chain 1, 2 more half double crochet in the same corner, last set here, so we're doing post stitches on those 3. Front post double crochet first, then the back post double crochet, and a front post double crochet, 2 half double crochet stitches in the last corner, or the first corner. That's the first and last corner. So chain 1 and slip stitch into the top of the chain 2 here, which I'm going to find a little tricky again because of my tight tension. as you can see, that's a bit tight. There we go. So if I just remove the hook for a moment, I'll show you this in slightly better detail. So you can start to see the ribs forming here. We have 4 stitches in each corner. The total stitches, the row counts for each round quoted on the pattern, won't include the chain 1. So we have 4 stitches in each corner, 4 half double crochets in each corner, and there we go. That first corner you've got the chain 2, then the half double crochet that goes back into that gap there. Right, so round 3. Once we've started round 3, it'll be a lot easier to work your stitches. So round 3 starts with chain 2, and for this round we don't do a half double crochet, we're just doing the chain 2 and then a front post stitch onto the chain 2 of the previous round. And a back post stitch onto the half double crochet stitch, and then a front post stitch onto that front post stitch there, and a back post stitch on the back post stitch. So whenever you come across a front post stitch, you just do a front post stitch on it, and whenever you come across a back post stitch, you do a back post stitch on it. And here's a front post stitch, so I'll be doing the same on that. And then the instructions say the next one is a back post stitch on the half double crochet, and then a front post stitch on the half double crochet, and then 1 half double crochet in the corner, chain 1, half double crochet, front post double crochet on the half double crochet of the previous round, back post double crochet stitch onto that. I'm working onto a half double crochet, front post double crochet onto the front post double crochet stitch, back post double crochet, front post double crochet, back post double crochet onto that half double crochet, and a front post stitch onto that half double crochet, and we're in the corner now, so 1 half double crochet and a chain 1. So I'll finish the rest of this round off camera and come back when I've got near to this corner here. So I'm coming to the end of round 3. I've just done the last front post double crochet stitch on the half double crochet stitch of the previous round. I just need to do 1 half double crochet stitch into the corner, chain 1 and slip stitch into the top of the chain 2 from the previous round. Okay, so I'll just remove the hook for a moment and explain a few things here. So you may have noticed the corners of round 3 only have 2 half double crochet stitches in them, and the corners of round 2 have 4 half double crochet stitches in them. Every other row will be different. So what I mean is the even number rounds will have 4 half double crochets in them, and the odd number rounds will have 2 half double crochets in them. I think I've got that the right way around. So you know that if you've got, let's say in this corner, I can see there's 2 half double crochets there, so the next round up will have 4 half double crochets in that gap. So yeah, it's that round 2. So this is round 3, but on round 2 was the trickiest spot to work out. But once you've worked out how it works, and getting that half double crochet after you've done the chain 2, the half double crochet next to it for round 2 goes into the gap, into that corner gap there. So for round 4, you just carry on the sequence, the kind of stitches you've been doing, and you're going to have 4 half double crochet stitches in each corner with a chain 1 in between, and hopefully you can see the sequence. So those are really the trickiest rows. So, well, certainly round 2 is the trickiest. Once you got to round 3, then the sequence of stitches, it repeats that kind of sequence. So there we go. That's basically it, and then you just keep going for however many rounds you want. So I hope you found that useful and you were able to follow along. If you have any questions or comments, please comment in the comment section below, or wherever your comment section is for the video. And I'm now going to just talk a little bit about the corners here, because I discovered that depending on what round number I finished on, that the corners were slightly different. So you've already noticed that some rounds have 2 half double crochets in the corner, and some have 4, and some have front post double crochet stitches next to the corners, and some have back post double crochet stitches next to the corner stitches. So this one is a bit easier to see the corners on, and this is my favourite combination of stitches for the corners, where I've got just 2 half double crochets with the chain 1 in the middle, and there's a front post stitch on either side. So that's my favourite combination to finish on. It doesn't matter, I'm just saying, it doesn't matter actually what round you finish on, what combination of stitches you've got, but some I think look slightly better. But it depends. It doesn't. It's not really going to be noticeable. This one, you can see that corner area looks flatter because we have 4 half double crochets in the corner, and there's back post stitches on either side of that corner. So it gives that whole area a slightly flatter look to it. And that doesn't matter because it's the same in each corner. It's just, if you wanted the ribs to go as far up as possible, we're ending on a round that has got 2 half double crochets in the corner and a front post stitch on either side of it. So you can just see the difference there in how the square looks. So that's really all I need to mention about the corners. This one doesn't have any edge put on it. So this was actually the first one I did, and I've got all sorts of ones. I wanted to experiment with a fast moving variegated, see how that would come out. This is a slow transition one. This is James C. Brett Marble Chunky, and this is Bernat Mosaic. I can't remember which colourway this one is, but yeah, these two are Bernat Mosaic, and this one is just some pale blue I thought I'd try in a smaller hook size. So there we go. Hope you enjoyed the video, and if you're not subscribed already, please subscribe. And occasionally I do these tutorials, not very often, but I always do show what I've been making every week, and all sorts of things. When I'm buying yarn, I'll show on camera the kind of things I've bought and been up to as well. So that's all for this video. Hope you enjoyed it, and I shall see you all again soon. Bye for now.